Hi, and welcome to Primary Sources. In this short video, we'll explore the importance of recording GPS coordinates with your family history finds. Let's go! When we hear the letters GPS with regard to genealogy, we naturally think of the Genealogical Proof Standard, one of the absolute pillars of our family history pursuits. This video will explore the other GPS, the Global Positioning System, and why it is an essential tool in researching and documenting your finds. While the science and technology behind GPS is fascinating, we'll keep it short and simple in this video. The Global Positioning System is a network of 24 satellites, plus a ground control system, plus all of the devices used to receive the satellite signals. These devices include your smartphone, your car's navigation system, and your computer, just to name a few. The product of this network is a set of GPS coordinates, the most precise way to describe a fixed location. The facts we gather about our ancestors include many locations, from the street address of a home or place of business to the marker of a grave. And the way we record these locations seems obvious and reliable. But if we consider the durability of our records and the value of the hours of invested research time, then our ability to safeguard our facts and finds becomes imperative. Using GPS to define a location is the best practice for the geographic elements of our records. So let's explore 3 scenarios, from the most common to the rare, and discuss how GPS coordinates can safeguard your discoveries against alteration or loss. Let's look at Gravesites first. A solid record for your ancestor's grave includes the death certificate, the cemetery map, a plot card or burial record, and the photo of the headstone which you took when you visited the grave. Perhaps you attended the funeral and documented the burial with your own account. For future generations, however, some of the proof points are not durable. Burial records and plot cards can be lost to flood or fire. Headstones and markers can be moved, damaged, become overgrown, or removed altogether. Cemetery maps can be altered through poor reproduction or human error. In this example, the subject's death certificate lists the place of burial as Baltimore Cemetery. The burial record books were destroyed in a fire, but plot cards are available and include the plot number as well as the relative location of the grave within the plot. The cemetery map shows the location of the plot in the cemetery, and the headstone is a match to the subject. This is very good evidence. Now, perfect the record and preserve it for future generations by taking a GPS reading at the site. There are several ways to capture GPS coordinates. We'll cover that in another video. Here are a few examples. You might include GPS coordinates in your own records. For example, here, creating a cemetery tour for a family. The Find a Grave mobile application allows you to take a GPS reading right at the site of the grave without using a different application to capture the coordinates. Some family tree software, such as Family Tree Maker, include a field for capturing location using longitude and latitude, or GPS coordinates. In the second scenario, consider how we document the location of a property. Street names do change, and although rare, street numbering can change too, as happened across the city of Baltimore in 1887. Researchers unaware of this event commonly make errors when locating homes and other properties using the pre-1887 address. And who's to say that something like this couldn't happen 100 years from now? The best way to preserve the proven location of a property is to include the GPS coordinates in the record. And here's another best practice. When you discover a street name or street address has changed, always record the current address in the searchable fields in your records along with the GPS coordinates. This allows future generations, as well as map-generating apps and software, to search on the correct street name and number to find the correct physical location. Here is an example to illustrate the best practice. In 1874, the subject lived at 478 West Baltimore Street. This address was renumbered to 650 West Baltimore Street in 1887. This record is described correctly, with the current address, 650 West Baltimore Street, in the searchable field. The address as listed in 1874, 478 West Baltimore Street, is listed in the Notes section with an explanation and the GPS coordinates to ensure there is no mistaking the location of this property. The entry for 1875 is incorrect, as it fails to list the current address in the searchable field and does not include GPS coordinates. In the third and most extreme scenario, consider the impact of natural and man-made disasters as well as large-scale geologic change on the locations relevant to your family history. From the slow erosion of coastal communities and islands around the world to the sudden, violent destruction caused by earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, we are frequently reminded of threats to the places important to our family history. But with just a few clicks of your smartphone, you have the ability to accurately record those locations so vital to the stories you tell. By recording GPS coordinates at these sites, you can protect location data from vanishing. I hope you found this overview of GPS and its use in genealogy to be informative and motivating. For more information about the content of this video, please see the description. Please leave a comment and remember to like, subscribe, and share, and click the notification bell. Remember to seek the best proof, and always cite your sources. Your history is waiting to be discovered and recorded.